Fruit gummies. Many people believe that fruit gummies are a light and healthy snack because they contain real fruit juice. But the truth might surprise quite a few people. Behind the colorful appearance and appealing flavor, most fruit gummies contain a large amount of added sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives, making them far from any nutritional benefits. The most concerning issue is the high refined sugar, which is the leading culprit for weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Elderly people, who are more susceptible to metabolic diseases, need to be especially cautious when consuming these products. Not limited to sugar, fruit gummies also contain synthetic colorings and flavorings. Some studies have shown a link between artificial food colorings and behavioral issues, memory decline, and learning ability, especially in children. For the elderly, excessive intake of these substances can affect the nervous system and trigger food allergies. Moreover, despite being named after fruit, the vitamin and mineral content in these gummies cannot compare to real fresh fruit. More worryingly, regularly consuming such high-sugar snacks can lead to a deficiency in fiber and antioxidants, two important components that help maintain health, especially for the elderly. So, is there a way to replace this snack while still ensuring it's tasty? The answer is fresh fruit or naturally dried fruit without added sugar. If you want to enjoy a bit of sweetness without worrying about health, choose dried nuts or fresh fruit smoothies that are both delicious and rich in nutrients. Be a smart consumer, read ingredient labels carefully, and choose food wisely to protect your own and your family's health. Carbonated soft drinks. When holding a cold can of soda, how many people actually think about what's happening inside their own bodies? Behind that appealing sweetness are significant impacts on health. Carbonated soft drinks often contain a large amount of added sugar, most commonly sucrose or high fructose corn syrup. Tea create a feeling of fullness like glucose, meaning even after drinking, the body doesn't. However, what's even more concerning is how the body processes this type of sugar. The liver is the only organ that can metabolize fructose. And when too much is absorbed, the liver converts the excess sugar into fat. Over time, this can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a disease that develops silently and seriously affects health. Not only affecting the liver, carbonated soft drinks also contribute to abdominal fat accumulation, a dangerous type of fat directly linked to cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Additionally, the sugar in soft drinks disrupts metabolism, causing insulin resistance, raising blood sugar levels, and increasing the risk of chronic diseases. Therefore, before opening a can of soda, think carefully, dear audience. This type of candy may be appealing with its eye-catching colors and sweet flavor, but few know that they hide many health hazards. Eating gummies regularly can cause bloating, heartburn, stomach irritation, tooth decay, diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and even increase the risk of cancer and obesity. Not only that, the production process of gummies also leaves serious consequences for the environment. Although it consumes little water, producing this type of candy emits a large amount of CO2, contributing to the acceleration of climate change. Not to mention, the main ingredient in gummies is refined cane sugar, which is also linked to deforestation, water pollution, and habitat loss for many animal species. More notably, traditional gummies often contain gelatin, an ingredient derived from the bones and skin of pigs, cows, chickens, or fish. This means that this seemingly harmless candy is actually directly related to the sacrifice of many animals. Furthermore, wild ecosystems are also negatively affected by the gelatin production industry. So, despite having a delicious flavor, gummies are not a very friendly choice for health. If you want to find a healthier snack, try low-sugar foods, or if you still love gummies, Consider products without gelatin to minimize negative impacts on nature. Pickled vegetables are a familiar dish in many family meals, but do you truly understand everything about them? At first glance, this seems like a simple dish, just vegetables soaked in salt and water. But the fermentation process hides many interesting things, and potential risks that not everyone knows. Let's start with an important fact. Pickled vegetables are not just ordinary vegetables. During fermentation, beneficial bacteria thrive, creating the characteristic sour taste and helping preserve the food longer. Celebrate too soon if the pickled vegetables haven. It may contain high levels of nitrites, a substance that can cause cancer when combined with protein in the stomach. More dangerously, if pickles are moldy or show signs of spoilage, they can produce toxins harmful to the liver and digestive system. However, not all is bad. Properly pickled vegetables can provide beneficial bacteria for the gut, aiding in easier digestion. Additionally, they contain many enzymes that support nutrient absorption and boost the immune system. But to take advantage of these benefits, you need to know how to select and store them. Avoid eating pickles that are still green, have a bitter taste, or are too salty, and absolutely do not use them if you see signs of mold or slimy. Another noteworthy point is that pickles contain quite a lot of salt, which may not be good for those with high blood pressure or kidney problems. If you are a fan of this dish, remember to eat it in moderation to avoid negative health effects. Perhaps everyone is familiar with the neat, golden yellow cheese slices tucked into sandwiches since childhood. However, not everyone knows that according to current regulations, these products are no longer even called cheese but must be labeled as processed cheese products. The reason is that they contain too many chemicals and additives to last longer. If you look at the ingredient list, you can see a series of names like whey, protein, condensed milk, sodium stearate, calcium phosphate, gelatin, preservatives, and artificial colors. Unlike natural cheese, processed cheese has high lactose content, which can easily cause allergies. Some studies have also shown that excessive consumption of dairy may be linked to hormonal imbalances, mood changes, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. However, this doesn't mean we have to give up cheese entirely. There are many better, more natural sources of calcium without relying on those shiny plastic-wrapped cheese slices. Foods like broccoli, spinach, and tofu are all healthier choices that help the body absorb calcium without worrying about artificial additives. Corn syrup. Have you ever wondered what corn syrup actually is? It is a common sweetener composed mainly of 55% fructose and 45% glucose, and although it has an appealing sweetness, its effects on the body are not pleasant at all. Let's start with your liver. Unlike glucose, which most cells in the body can use, fructose can only be processed in the liver. Excessive consumption can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition where fat accumulates in the liver, increasing the risk of liver failure. But that's not all. Corn syrup also negatively affects the gut. Fructose can imbalance the gut microbiota, causing inflammation and leading to leaky gut syndrome, a condition that allows foreign proteins to enter the bloodstream, causing inflammation throughout the body, weight gain, and leading to diabetes. And don't forget your heart. Corn syrup can increase triglyceride levels, raising the risk of cardiovascular diseases like heart attacks and strokes. It also disrupts blood sugar balance, causing insulin resistance and increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. If you've heard of gout or kidney stones, know that corn syrup also contributes to increased uric acid levels, one of the main causes of these two conditions. Not stopping there, the production process of corn syrup involves refining and chemical processing, completely removing beneficial nutrients. That means you are only consuming empty calories.